So the other day, I went over a really, really cool article written in the Russian tongue, Russian language. It's a news publication from Germany. And earlier today, I see that they come out with another publication about what's happening right now in Ukraine, what's happening right now with Russia, and of course, what's happening with Palantir. This is the second such publication that I saw. Now, they use another publication to quote all of their material and all of their information, but I think it's, a Western publication. But I think it's very interesting that a Russian publication written in Russian, read by Russian people, is mentioning Palantir not once but twice. Now, this is not a native Russian publication, but still it's written in Russian. And if you're from the Russian, Ukrainian, former Soviet Union, areas, you guys will know what I'm talking about if you guys are from here. It's basically a big mishmash of ex-former Soviet Union countries. They all read in the Russian tongue. All the newspapers are in Russian, right? So this is directly going out to the Russian populace. So I'm sure they're reading this in one way, shape, or form or another, which is so interesting that they're shining a light on Palantir. And they're not shining a negative light on Palantir. They're essentially saying Palantir is the freaking shit, which is freaking crazy for me. But let me read you what the article says, and whatever you guys take out of this, you guys take out of this. I just find that this is a very unique and interesting situation. So this is the publication, and it says, the United States tested a new information and analytical platform for military intelligence, and this just came out earlier today. It is assumed that the Army Intelligence Data Platform will process data coming from various sources. The intelligence community, commercial organizations, or any other sources that are interested in intelligence. As a result, the military will be able to, and I quote, get answers to difficult questions about the future situations without having to consider unforeseen circumstances. Preemptive AI data analytics. That's what Palantir is all about. Not only regurgitating your data to you, it's not a mirror, right? It doesn't just take your data and give it back to you. It gives you this analytics for unforeseen circumstances. That's literally what Palantir does. And that's the difference between Palantir and all of these other data companies, AI software. I'm not saying that they're complete garbage, and I'm sure that they're really, really good for what they do. However, they're not enterprise builders. They are not empire builders. They are not Palantir. The work the Army Intelligence Data Platform is based on cloud technology. Access to the system is carried out through any device that has permission to connect to the platform. Testing and deployment of the system is carried out with the support of a pioneer in the field of processing big data in the interest of intelligence agencies, Palantir. Specific test results are not reported. Recall, the Army Intelligence Data Platform was previously called the Distributive Common Ground System Army. Initially, the U.S. military intended to develop the system in-house. However, Palantir threatened a military court for refusing to purchase off-the-shelf products from commercial IT companies. That's not 100% correct about what happened. Palantir did sue the U.S. Army. They won, not once, but twice. And most people that would sue somebody have a terrible relationship with them, or they're just sore and bitter, especially something like the U.S. Army, right? Who the hell would win against the U.S. Army? The only army that might win against the U.S. Army is the Palantir Army, which is freaking crazy to say, I know. So they sued them, and they basically said, hey, the law says that before you build something internally, you have to see if there's an external availability that can do the same thing that you need better and cheaper. And they found Palantir. That's what the suit was about. It wasn't like you have to use us. The suit was you have to see if there is a third-party company that can do it for cheaper and better to fit your needs before you build something in-house. And the Army spent like $3 billion, if I'm not mistaken, and then they just demolished the program and used Palantir. And lo and behold, they've been using them ever since. And the final sentence or paragraph is, a similar situation occurred with the Pentagon's Joint Enterprise Defense Infrastructure Cloud Infrastructure Contract, which was canceled and restarted under a different name, the Joint Warfighter Cloud Capability. Guys, let me know down below in the comments what you guys think. But before you do that, I want a little bit of a coffee break. I'm going to take a quick 10-second break to sip my coffee. While I'm taking the break, you sit back, relax, and do me one favor. Hit the like button down below. It really does help the YouTube almighty algorithm. That's a good coffee. And if you are a business and you want to advertise here, whether you are an online business, a crypto business, e-commerce, or brick and mortar analog, just let me know. I can make a mug specifically for you with your logo on it, and I could shout you out. Now listen, guys, Palantir had an amazing, amazing partnership announcement the other day between Dr. Alex Karp and the CEO of Hertz. They were actually on CNBC. I covered that entire video. If you guys want to watch it, the video is up here. You can click that link. I think it was one of the best shining moments of Dr. Alex Karp's life. He did a great interview. Now, Palantir has been playing the game. Palantir has been doing a shit ton more demos, a shit ton more interviews, and Dr. Alex Karp is just a shit ton more calm. For the last 2 months, it's almost like he's a different person, a brand new rebirth of a CEO. And a lot of people are noticing it. It's not just me. A lot of people are noticing that he's playing the game. Even the strongest haters of Palantir are saying the same exact thing. Earnings are going to be on November 7th. Pre-market, before the market opens. I will be filming this live on this channel. I will be filming it with my man Arnie. I will be filming it with my man Emmanuel, and we'll be talking the same way that we did it last time. I hope you guys can join me for the live earnings call. Look, I'm not super over optimistic that we're going to get a crazy earnings. However, I am cautiously optimistic that it might be a little better than we thought it would be. I did think that Palantir is going to start taking off towards the end of 2023, like Q3, Q4. However, now I'm thinking that this might be Q2, Q3. Why? We're signing up so many new contracts. And in the last CNBC interview, Dr. Alex Karp says we are growing tremendously, both in commercial and government, for two completely different reasons. He literally said that. I'm quoting him. So he's subtly hinting that, hey, government is growing, guys. We signed up those $800 million worth of government contracts. This was a huge, huge amount of contracts. Now, it doesn't mean that it's going to correlate directly to our earnings. However, it is most certainly a good sign. Also, Palantir patents. Palantir has, so I did like 2 or 3 videos on this. Palantir has over 1,000 patents. They make patents like we breathe, right? Every day, they're making new patents. The way the patent works is they file for a provisional patent, and then it takes like a year and a half to 2.5 years, and then later on, they get the patent. They keep getting more and more and more. That means their intellectual property, that means their ideas, that means that they're coming up with new things. In the CNBC interview, Dr. Alex Karp says that we're pushing Hertz forward to 2027, 5 years forward. So Palantir always says, it's not about what we're doing today. It's not about what we're doing tomorrow. It's what we're doing in 5 years, because we're preemptively planning and thinking how to make you more efficient and where the world is going to be in 5 years from now, not right now. And listen, everyone thought that he was crazy and they were predicting a black swan event, something that's happening like right now. And nobody thought this was possible. If you look at a map on Europe and you see, the last invasions in Europe, the last invasion, I think besides for Ukraine, which was 2022, and then there's like another country which was like 1990 something. Everything else was like World War II and earlier, right? Stuff like this is not happening, and all of a sudden it just happened, and it's like shit just hit the fan. Guys, thank you so much. Have a great day. There are 2 huge major catalysts: Titan program, which they're making the prototype for with Anduril software and hardware combination, and the NHS contract for England. And we got to see who's going to be the new prime minister for England and where that takes us as well, because there's definitely uncertainty there. Germany just said that they're going to, increase the debt ceiling, so they're probably going to be purchasing more bonds. The world is a shit place, man. It's really, really crazy. We have our elections right now. We have a president that's eating ice cream, saying that everything's all right. There's no issues, no problems. I don't know. Thank you so much. Have a great day. Please give me the like, share, and subscribe. I'll talk to you guys later. I'm off to Florida.